Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Nerfers. Ron Engelstad here, Thunderdome, Minnesota, and this is my messy hidey hole. And I plan to do more work on it this weekend, but did some, but not enough. Anyway, one more odd blaster to discuss would be the Blaze Storm. Well, pretty much the Cam copy, Cam ECS 12 copy. It's red, painted on both sides, which is nice, and has a really nice big jam door, which is nice. Go for the box, and this is maybe why you can see why you might get encouraged by something like this. This is actually not a bad looking bit of packaging. It does look rather impressive. The part, of course, I was impressed with was I thought they were taking a page out of the Primetime Toys Dart Zone book, and with 6 AA's, and thinking that would lead to more power. We'll see that in a second. That's why I got the chronograph set up, and I've been messing with the lights to make sure that we're reading here in the basement. It did come with a 18 or so round magazine, which is different than the Nerf, but is compatible with the Nerf. It is a more brittle plastic. It came cracked, unfortunately. Nice clear, but yeah, it has these little... It went to the trouble to put the bumper part on the bottom, but they're hard plastic bumpers, so it's not any more impact resistant than if they weren't there. So, as luck would have it, I was able to thrift a Nerf Cam blaster with someone's war footage on there, maybe, if they left, if they didn't delete it before they were done. So we'll do a size comparison second. Let's get some numbers first, and we'll move the chronograph, and so then we can kind of get things better in frame here. So let's see what we get. So like I said, this is 6 brand new AA batteries. 52, 53, oh, what am I doing? 51, well, anyway, actually I was more encouraging. I was getting 40s earlier, so in the 50s on those shots fits right in line. One thing is different than the Cam is the barrel on this is actually a bigger bore than the Nerf Cam. But just to show by comparison what kind of numbers we get from the 4 AA's on the Nerf. 48, 58, 41, 62, duplicate 62, 64, oh, and we're out. Anyway, we knew it from the beginning that the Cam wasn't impressive in and of itself. It was always the shape of this that was the impressive part. And the camera, of course, was not overly desirable. For those of you who are just watching the video and hearing the engine or the motors right by the speaker, that's what happens when you put a camera on top of flywheels. It'd be the same effect. So, how close are we in size? Well, it turns out they are just about identical in size. Yeah. Top to bottom, front to back, they are very similar. The shape, of course, is a little bit different, has a little bit different aesthetic. But for having 6 AA's, I really did expect more of a power boost out of this guy. And I was thinking, well, 6 AA's? I guess we could upgrade it to, Michelle 2s or fangs or any kind of motor that we want to try to get into this and see what we could fit in our battery tray here. But then I also had this thought of, with all the thrifting we've done, we have a inordinate number of Dart Zone Scorpions, which also run on 6 AA's, and the motors are designed to run on AA's. So then we could wire it with these motors, take the motors out of this, put them in that, and have it run off AA's, which shows you the battery motor from the factory spec, and see what kind of power we'd get that way. And that way, I already have the motors, and it would just take the solder and wire to do that. I've been wanting to make a Scorpion mag fed, but maybe if I put the Scorpion motors or Light Command motors in this Blaze Storm guy, it'd probably have the same effect. So, stock, it is not impressive. I did use my son as target practice with this, and he didn't even feel them when they hit him. It is woefully underpowered for the amount of battery power that is dedicated to its use. So, there's a review on that oddball blaster. Blaze Storm does make a rough cut type blaster, which has a completely different look than the Nerf rough cut and works with shells. And I was thinking about getting that one to try with this, if I could justify the expense to myself. Or maybe we'll just start having to dig into these blasters and modding them and see what we can do with what we have. Yeah, when I was looking at Amazon and I saw that 6 AA batteries, I was more enamored with it. It still is very comfortable. The plastic is good quality. It is smooth. It is comfortable in the hand. It is as thick as a Infinus. I don't know if they thought they had to make it this thick like the cam. I think the cam is this big because it has the 2 battery trays to run the camera and the motors. So it is different. It is a unique shape. I will give it that. So, like I said, there's a review, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye.